welcome everyone here this evening for the Rivers Annual Gala honoring Mike Segal, who is my husband.
And my dad.
Michael Segal is my son. Michael was shot in the head on the 18th of February 1981 in Austin, Texas, where he was a pre-med student at the University of Texas. It was so hard. He couldn't move. He was paralyzed on his entire right side. He could not speak.
I've never seen eyes as big as what Mike Segal had. And yet throughout it, Mike never wanted any sympathy. All Mike wanted was to have that opportunity to prove that the geniuses who said he would be, quote, a vegetable, were nothing but idiots. I can tell you that I was there when Mike Segal took his first steps after walking and basically fell into my arms.
Michael made up his mind. He made up his mind, which said, the word impossible is not in my dictionary. In my dictionary, we've substituted sweat more.
I remember my parents being so worried about him coming back to college. He was determined to get back to the University of Texas. And after a year and a half, he did do that. He graduated at the top of his class in liberal arts as Phi Beta Kappa.
Mike Segal has used his wonderful sense of humor, along with his courage, his guts, his perseverance, and his wonderful partner, part of the greatest love story I've ever seen, Sharon, to get him through the toughest ordeal I have known personally of anybody on this planet.
Mike is very thoughtful and caring. He has a kind heart and he opens it up to everyone. And he's just been a big part of my life and my family and his friends and colleagues and his patients. He always puts that sense of humor when things are bad or things are tough for people. He always instills in them a sense of hope and a good sense of humor.
I'm Mike's mother-in-law, and we have a very unusual relationship. We get along. We actually get along very, very well. No matter what the situation is, Mike is there. Whenever I have any kind of problem, any crises, the first person I call is Mike. He has been my real support system. I know people always say how he had a lot of support. Well, he gives a lot of support.
The greatest thing about my dad is that he is so much fun and he's a kid at heart. He has taught me so many things. He has taught me to be strong. He has taught me if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. He's taught me a lot about nutrition and that you should always eat your desserts before your dinner, and vegetables are very yucky and gross.
No matter what I did with Mike, Mike always made me feel special, just like he did with so many other people. Whether it was planning this fictitious trip to the end of the rainbow, or whether it was doubling and tagging along with him on his dates, Mike always made me feel special, just like he does with so many other people.
Mike, I once heard you speak, and in that speech you said that sometimes huge boulders are placed in front of us, and some people find that boulder an impossible thing to surmount. And yet other people see that same boulder and find it a stepping stone to even greater heights. Well, Michael, you had an enormous boulder placed in your path, and you literally leaped over it.